Hello everyone, welcome to mypinkstamper.com. I'm so happy that you are joining me today. I have the most amazing card to share with you, and I'm not just saying that. It has turned out better than I could have ever imagined, and I'm so happy to share it with you. I'm going to be spotlighting our new glimmer paint, or shimmer paint, I always call it glimmer, that is in the holiday catalog, as well as one of my most favorite stamp sets in the catalog called First Frost. And so I'm going to be jumping right in and we will get started. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. All of the items that I use in this video will be across the screen on the bottom with the item code. If you'd like to place an order so you can make this card along with me, you can order any of the items in this class or in this video directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.com. So let's jump right in. Okay, so we're going to start. Let me take everything and put it along the side. We're going to start with the Stampin' Up! Big Shot. This is one of my favorite tools in my craft room. I use it in just about every single project that I create and I design. And we are going to be using Whisper White thick cardstock. I just have a little swatch right here. And with that, I'm going to be using one of our layering ovals framelits. And I'm just going to set that right on the top. If you're not familiar with how the Big Shot works, when you're using the framelit, there's a side that stands up. So if you're feeling it with your hand, it stands up. And then there's a part that's smooth. The smooth part always goes on the top. And ask my husband how we know this because he was helping me cut some projects a couple weeks ago and he had accidentally had the cutting side up and it went right into the plate. And so I just thought maybe every once in a while I'll remind you guys that the cutting side goes down. And then I'm also taking a piece of our Berry Burst cardstock scrap and I'm going to put this right here. And I'm also using the layering ovals, but I'm using the one that nests around it, and or actually this one would nest in it, right? This is the scallop ovals, and it comes in the same framelit set, which is super cool. All right, so I have those ready to go, and I'm just going to roll it like that, and then now you're going to see how they are just cut out perfectly, and they're so awesome. Just pop them out. There's our scalloped oval. And here is our scallop oval, smooth oval. I just was getting them confused for just a second. All right, so we're going to pull out just a background sheet, and I'm using some of our Stampin' grid paper that comes in sheets in a pad of 11 by 17. This is a staple for your craft room. It saves your tables, your craft area, when you remember to use it. So don't forget to use this when you're stamping so you don't get ink everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to be using the oval first, and I'm going to be showing a fun technique. I'm just going to put it on my background paper, and I'm using our, I'm always going to forget the name, Shimmer Paint. Shimmer Paint! I'll have it across the screen. This is the Frost White, so the item code will be here with the name. This is super fun. I'm just showing you a bunch of different things you can do with this shimmer paint because I think it may get overlooked in the holiday catalog. It's just kind of down at the bottom and I want to show you how to use it. So my customers will have some fun ideas when you guys have this in your craft room. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up and I just use one of our clear acrylic blocks, or you could use a plate or something. I'm just going to put a little bit on here and then close my lid. And did you see how I shook it first? It has a little ball inside. It just makes a fun noise. Okay, and I'm taking one of our Stampin' sponges and I'm going to just sponge that on here. And then now I'm just going to sponge this on the back or on my oval. That's it. You just sponge it like that, let it be raised up and textured. And now I'm going to clean off my block. I just have like a quick little wipe over here, a paper towel. Clean off your block so it doesn't dry like that. And then I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to let this dry for about 10 minutes maybe until it's completely dry. But guess what? I already have one ready right here. Okay, So I'm all ready to go. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you stamp. I'm going to flip this over. I don't want to accidentally do that on paint. Okay, so we are going to be using the first Frost stamp set. And I'm using 3 stamps from this stamp set. This is one of our clear mount. You can get this in clear or wood. And the clear mount just means you use it with one of our clear mounts. It does not mean that it's see-through. It means that you use it with one of our clear blocks. Okay, so I am using this one right here, and they're kind of a watercolor image when you stamp, so it's not going to be solid. So when you stamp it, you might think, oh no, I didn't stamp it right. You stamped it right because that is the look. Let me tell you what, this is my favorite look out of any of the stamps that we have. I love the watercolor stamp sets. They are my absolute favorite. I love them so much. So I'm using this one here, and then I'm going to use this, and then I'm using Wishing You All the Best, because that's just a fun card you can give to anyone, anytime, anywhere. I'm going to take this oval here that's already set and dry, and I'm going to start with Lemon Lime Twist. I wanted to use a fun and bright ink pad, but with this technique, it doesn't make it so it's as bright, so you'll love this. We're going to open up the Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm just using the bottom stem, and I'm stamping this on background paper because I know I'm going to be stamping off of it a little bit. So I'm just stamping up here, and I know some of it might kind of come off on the bottom, just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now because this is lying on top of something else, this ink is not going to easily absorb into the paper. So I'm also going to either set this aside, or you can heat set it with our heat tool for quicker drying time. Now I'm going to use Berry Burst, of course, because Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist are an item. If you did not know that, they go together. They like to be together. They are just so complimentary of each other. And I'm going to cry a little bit because they will be leaving us soon, because they are only available till the end of May. So anyway, I had to I know we have a long time until the end of May, but just giving you a heads up just in case. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp one of the flowers up here, and then I'm going to ink this up again, and I'm going to kind of do one right below it. So it's kind of like a little bouquet-ish looking thing here. And then now remember, those aren't dry, so don't touch them. It's going to take a few minutes for those to set. And then I'm going to take the Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. And where's my stamp? I'm going to stamp Wishing You All the Best. Wishing You All the Best. And I'm stamping that just at the bottom right here. Isn't that perfect? You guys, I'm not even kidding. I love this card so much. Okay, now I just set that aside so it can set. Now I'm using a piece of our silver glimmer paper. This is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4, so it's a little bit smaller than my normal layers. And I'm using that with the Tufted embossing folder. If you've never seen a piece of paper embossed, be ready to be wowed, because I still get wowed, and I've been doing this for years, the embossing, dry embossing. I love it. So I'm just going to close this. I'm going to put it on the Big Shot platform and just run it through. Run it through like that, really quick. And set that aside, because that's all I need it for this card. Ready? You guys ready? So I am amazed normally, but the silver and the gold and the copper are just so beautiful. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Not even kidding, you guys. Okay, so it's time to put it all together. All right, so let's start layering this up. We're going to layer this oval onto the oval that we already cut out with the Big Shot earlier. Okay. I don't know if mine's set 100% just yet. Okay, put that on there. Isn't that so pretty? There, look at how beautiful that is. All right, set that aside. Now I'm going to start with the base, and this is a piece of our Berry Burst cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half, and I'm using our bone folder to give it a nice tight crease. And now I will start with my bottom layer. This is a piece of our basic black cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Just add some adhesive on here. There we go. And now I'm using that piece of silver glimmer or silver foil. And anytime you're dry embossing and adding it onto cardstock or something, it could be cardstock, but okay, I don't edit a lot in my videos, so you're gonna hear my fumbles. So make sure that you put adhesive on all 4 sides, especially because I'm going to be editing this video when I'm in Orlando. I'm visiting Orlando for a business trip, and I'm going to be doing this from my hotel room. Okay, now I have a strip of our silver glimmer paper. This is cut at 1/2 by 3 1/2 inches. Just going to run some of our adhesive, and I'm going to put this kind of maybe 1/3-ish down, like that. I might want to put it a little bit further. No, I think that's good enough. Okay, now I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm going to pop this up. And there's one more step, but I've already done it to save time. So I'm going to show you how to really bling this baby up. So now we have this up here. And we could even add a bow down here if we wanted to. I really like it like this. But what I've done on this one is I added some of our rhinestones. Can you guys see the difference? I added these rhinestones, and I added them in all the spots in the background where it meets. So here's an idea for you for a second card. So thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you will have fun playing with the new shimmer paint in the holiday catalog. There are so many different techniques. I've barely even touched on all the techniques you can do with this fun shimmer paint. You can visit me at mypinkstamper.com. If you are new to my channel, I hope you will subscribe so I can bring you more of my video tutorials. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.